Welcome, confirmation families, to our registration page. There are 4 things that we would ask of you before leaving this site today. The first is what you're already doing, watching this video, which will describe what confirmation will look like for this coming year in a COVID world. Second, we ask that you click on the calendar link on the registration site so that you have all of the important dates for your calendar. Third, please click on the registration link to officially register for confirmation. This is really important, and a registration needs to be completed for every student. Finally, click on the registration payment link to finish the registration process. In a COVID world, our confirmation ministry will look just a little bit different. We want to focus on safety and spirituality. So let me explain how we're going to do this. The 3 different focus areas of confirmation at Bethlehem focus on story, community, and service. We have a particular story that forms our community, and this community is set free to serve and love their neighbor in the name of Christ. We want all of our students to experience these 3 aspects in confirmation. 4th year or 10th grade families, here's what you can expect. We will be meeting every Wednesday, 7:15 to 8 o'clock in the sanctuary for some small group activities and in preparation for your service of confirmation, which is now scheduled for Reformation Sunday, October 25th. Parents, I'll be speaking more with you about a potential time for that, but because of COVID and the health restrictions that we have, that has to look a little bit different than it has in the past. So we'll be having more conversation about that. There's also a strengths retreat on October 10th. That's going to be an all-day retreat on a Saturday, so please mark that in your calendars. I look forward to seeing all of our final year or 4th year students this fall. 1st through 3rd year confirmation students, I look forward to meeting with you as well. This year, we are working off of units, and 1 unit is a 3-week rotation. And within that 3-week rotation, there is a story rotation, which will take place at home with your family in an online teaching environment. There will be a community rotation, and that will be at Bethlehem from 7:15 to 8 p.m. And there will be a service rotation taking place at Bethlehem from 7:15 to 8 p.m. So let me talk about how this rotation will work. So let's say, for example, on week 1, 1st year students and guides are doing their story rotation. That will be all online and it's asynchronous, meaning that you can access the story at any point during that week. We're asking families to do this together, and you can choose the time that works best for you. Matt and I will work really hard to try to make the story very interesting and the teaching very relevant, but it will be all online and you will not be at church. 2nd year students and guides that same week will come to Bethlehem for the community rotation where they build that community together. Likewise, on week 2, you'll notice that the theme stays the same and people change positions. So 1st year students and their guides will then go to a service rotation where they'll be at Bethlehem from 7:15 to 8 o'clock. 2nd year students and their guides will then do the story rotation. They'll be at home with their families doing that sometime during that week. And then 3rd year students go and their guides go to the community rotation, which is at Bethlehem, 7:15 to 8 o'clock. Finally, on week 3, the last week of the rotation, you'll notice that everybody has a chance to do everything. 1st year students and guides will be at the community rotation at Bethlehem. 2nd year students and guides will be at the service rotation at Bethlehem. And then 3rd year students and guides will have the opportunity to be at home working on the story rotation with their families. Again, the story being the teaching time for that confirmation unit lesson. I know that's a lot of information to absorb right now. Know that we'll have an orientation to go all over all of this to make sure that it's crystal clear. Again, we want people to be as safe as possible and also to have a deep sense of spiritual development as they grow deeper in their faith, not just our students, but as families as well. Please let me know if you have any questions or concerns coming up after watching this. The first thing that you would need to do, though, is please make sure that you register all of your students for faith formation using the registration tab on this site. Thank you, and I look forward to seeing everybody later. Bye-bye.